This is Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice on Xbox One X, which is apparently 1800p, and it's got like a weird frame rate going on with some like frame pacing issues, which kind of makes it look nauseating a lot of the time. I actually feel kind of like nauseous playing this game, quite honestly. That performance aside, it is one of those kind of like hardcore Dark Souls-like games that I really don't care too much for. That being said, I do definitely appreciate the fact that other people like this kind of hardcore game as a challenge. Oh, well, this isn't going well. So I'm at this part where this ogre thing is. I beat this general thing that I jumped off a wall in order to do, and then, yeah, this ogre has just kind of been kicking my ass. I think I've died at least 100 times here, which is why it's a good spot to show off the game, because I don't even think this is really past the tutorial, to be honest. The game is, it's not hard, it's literally impossible. It's kind of like, it's not a difficult game, it's just, I don't know, it's not really a playable game even. I'd really consider it kind of unplayable. Not in the sense that, like, there's games that are difficult, right? You know, like, you know, people that love to say that the Dark Souls games are hardcore, and then there's like a Dark Souls-esque genre and everything like that. But this game is just like, it's kind of ridiculous and sort of cheap, and you die a lot. But I'm not frustrated by it, which is weird, because usually these kind of games, I don't like dying. I really love narrative-driven things, story-based games, stuff like that. But I'm not frustrated. I'm just kind of like, oh, I died again. And then I die, and then I die, and then I die again, and then I die some more. So you're gonna watch me die a bunch fighting this thing. Yeah, kind of interesting. But yeah, that's really what it is, and I'm not at all kind of mad about it. Again, it's just, that's kind of what it is. You just die a bunch. And I mean, if this is something you like, I mean, yeah, it's good. But if you don't, or you don't really care for that style, stay away from it, because you're not gonna like playing it. That's just how this is. So you run through the game, and it's sort of an open world style. So we've got like this large kind of area here. It's a bit of a, I don't know if it's like a coastal fortress. It's kind of a little bit of a city style, and it's like a very, I want to say Japanese style game. It's neat. You're trying to find your charge. I think he's up there maybe. I don't know. He was taken from you, and that's kind of your job. You're a shinobi, and yeah, you're kind of, why can't I jump up and grab on that ledge? Whatever. You're in charge of this kid, and yeah, they get taken, and then you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? And then you have to go and fight for him. And I guess his blood is what keeps you sort of going. And as you can see, just the performance drops are kind of just nasty as you're playing. There's NPCs and stuff, and I guess they kind of get altered and affected based on, you know, kind of your deaths, and because you can resurrect, you can come back, and you can fight again if you've died in one spot, but then you got to restart at a checkpoint. At least the game's rather fast when it comes to deaths, but you get the sense of it where it's, you know, you go and you die a bunch. There's actually a very interesting sort of story, I think, hidden here. I particularly loved the cutscenes. The cinematics are gorgeous, and the game itself actually looks pretty good. You get these cool, I guess I didn't get that right, but you can do cool little assassinations and stuff like that. Nice. And it's a really gory game, and it's pretty intense, and a lot of it is about parrying, but these guys are pretty easy, so I just sort of mulch them up. I was trying to get the execution stuff. I think my controller is a little bit sticky today, and you need to have like really exact inputs. There's literally no room for error in this one. If you miss anything, you miss any hit on a boss, you don't hit it, you die. But aside from direct combat, there's a number of interesting ways to, like, see, like, he's not even really aimed at me, but he's still able to, like, pick me up and throw me, which is kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it's not just about combat. So we got this cool little prosthetic arm that you can kind of see here. You know why you get that pretty early on. There's a lock system, as you can obviously see. I'm gonna mark in on this big creature. And then I've got this prosthetic arm. So the prosthetic arm, you can go here and you can actually get different tools and different abilities, like a fire one you're supposed to use for the troll, but I've read it doesn't really do anything. You're better off just mulching it and hoping. And then you've got a quick item menu, so you got like healing things and health pellets, and you're like a fistful of ash. So really, the game's got HDR2 on Xbox One X. there's not really any like visual tweaking options. You can kind of turn the HDR off or on, just kind of on here, and that's it. There's some camera options, but the cool thing about the grappling hook is it's how you sort of move through the environment really quickly. As you were seeing with like the green highlight, I'm able to move fast, and you see that little blue thing, that's kind of where I spawn. That's kind of acts as a checkpoint, and then you're able to meet this guy, and he'll fit you with new prosthetics, he'll help you out, and there's like a zombie trainer too, which apparently kind of helps you train and understand the game, but like that's helping me. But see, when you die, you can have an option to resurrect, and I guess that's got a bad influence, it kind of wrecks the world or something to a degree if you do that a lot, but I already died like 400 times, so I really don't care. And why am I showing this off so early instead of progressing further? I don't know, I spent 4 or 5 hours at this point, and I don't think it's really worth my time. I mean, I'm all for, like the hardcore games, but I really have better things to do with my life, I'm sorry, than to sit here and like repetitively do the same thing. It's just not entertaining. I don't find that fun at all. But for people that do like that kind of thing, where the games just sort of constantly punish you, and if that's your thing, it's cool. I mean, it gets the job done. I wish the performance was better. It's really disappointing. Seriously, it kind of, again, this is one of the first times I've ever played a game, and I'm getting like a nauseating feeling just because of the the frame rate is just making me feel kind of sick. The way I'm comparing it to, because I don't normally get sick at all when I play games or anything like that, but sometimes when I play VR, oh yeah, one of these chicken things killed me one time. It was hilarious. It's like when I play VR, sometimes I'll feel a little bit sick until I get used to it, and it's kind of that sickness I'm having, and it just doesn't seem to go away with this one. I don't know what it is. It's just, and I feel like that shouldn't be happening, but there's just something about it that's really, and I've never had this issue before. It's just making me feel bad. That aside, really cool combat. It looks sleek. The gore is great. There's a soft, subtle look to the world. The music's nice. There's a looting system. You can see the kind of quick menu in the bottom right. It's a very clean HUD that's, basically cinematic focused. Hey there, Chained Ogre. Should we try a direct combat on you this time? Maybe. And you can do more direct attacks. And I don't know. I find the AI is kind of really stupid in this too. They're cheap as hell, but I dodge out of the way and they still fix me up. But so these guys have chained this ogre up, and you can like eavesdrop in there, like, oh, I don't want to deal with this ogre, and then it's like, you free the ogre, and the enemy troops are working with the ogre to attack you. I'm gonna free the ogre here, and we're gonna watch this again. So most modern games the last decade or so, when you have multiple factions or you free creatures, they tend to like fight each other, right? It's a chaos feature. It's it's an interesting part of realism. Because, a chained ogre's not gonna, work with the people that were chaining it up. That doesn't really make any sense. And just watch here as we, free this ogre up, and watch how all of the enemies in this area are just gonna focus on me. I'm trying to get some hits on this ogre. I find, double moving kind of helps. But yeah, look at this. It's like all the enemies want to do is fight me in this area, which makes no sense. And to me, that's kind of like really dumb AI. Like, why would the ogre be working with the people that chained it up? It's just illogical. Unless it was a ruse, but let's be real here, it wasn't. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Ooh, nice kick. I've named the ogre Shrek because it's my pal. As it continues to slaughter me, I've gotten used to its abuse, and I'm now liking it. It's keeping me going on a day-to-day. But yeah, when I play this type of game, and I look at the issues, just kind of like the gameplay, it generally doesn't run well on Xbox One X, which is the premium console. And I don't know, I just don't see what's so great about. It's kind of pointless to me to play this kind of game. I don't get the appeal of it. But if you do like this kind of experience where you just die and die and die and die, and maybe you're really great at it, but I'd like to see you do a video where you tackle this ogre in a few hits and you're all good, because I'm showing off gameplay. But really, I don't at all see the appeal in playing this kind of game at all. It's not very fun, and I mean the general guy took me forever. I was very proud when I beat him though. And it's like you need just basically instant reactions in order to escape things. Oh, get in the back. Nice. Nice double team. Bet you didn't see that coming. But yeah, for the most part, the combat does feel rather responsive. I just feel like you don't really get a chance to fight or make mistakes. The game punishes you just for trying or even playing. Because like I said, I think this is just a tutorial area. There was like maybe 15-20 minutes of really cool gameplay. You're up in this tower thing, you're trying to find your ward, and yeah, and then it just kind of goes to absolute shit, you know? Like, it's just not fun at all. You're doing some like cool parkouring area, you see there's like some type of like alligator things that you fight in a lake you can fight if you want, or you can just kind of move past them. But yeah, I don't know. I just, like, I don't understand why anyone would find this entertaining at all. Like, I don't know if there's some kind of weird group of people that just absolutely love this kind of game, or they pretend to love it. But yeah, I don't get the appeal, and you seem like terrible performance here. And every hit is absolutely devastating to your character. Nice. See, we're doing well here, and then once you get these kind of characters, these deadlier ones, you'll see in the top left how they have certain health. They have multiple health tiers. Yeah, once you get past that, you actually go into like an execution thing, so you actually have to go through their health multiple times in order to beat them. And there's fast traveling and stuff too. You can move between the different posts once you find the new kind of shrine towers, and you can put blessings into the shrines. And you can heal yourself, or make yourself stronger. I mean, can't really heal yourself unless you have special things, but you can actually level up. But if you die, you lose half of your XP and everything. So you're basically never leveling because you don't get any points for anything. And you get the beads, and then you're able to enhance your posterity and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, yeah, you get to kind of travel between the areas. Again, that's the kind of starting temple area where you do your meeting of people, and then you got the outskirts here. And you can go and visit, like, the different sections that you've been to. Huzzah! But yeah, just back for punishment again. And again, I've died. And died. And died. And I don't have, like, I don't see any appeal in it. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. I'm not gonna feel good when I beat this ogre. I'm not. I'm gonna get no satisfaction out of it. It's not like it's rewarding. You know, when you play Dark Souls, you feel like a sense of reward when you kill, you know, one of the bosses or something after it beats you so many times. You know, people kind of like that. Personally, I'm really not a fan of Dark Souls either, but I played it. It's not bad. I get what the appeal is and stuff in that one. Whoa. And I guess this is just sort of, you guys want ultimate difficulty? You got it. And that's what this is. This is like the ultimate build-up of this particular developer's thing over the year, where it's like, if you guys want hardcore gameplay, you get it. And this is that ultimate thing of it. And I know everybody's absolutely like crazed for it and everything at the start, but I'm playing this and I'm like, I don't know the type, like I don't know anyone that would enjoy this kind of thing. It's just not fun. And you may say, oh, I'm not playing well and stuff, but I'd love to see you play and send gameplay to me. It's showing off what you can do in this, because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm pondering, I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, I could play this more and more and more, but I've already put in like, again, 4 or 5 hours at least into like going nowhere. I've progressed nowhere at all in this. I beat the general and I was like, okay. And it's weird, because this type of game, I really don't like dying in games. I hate it. I find it frustrating. I like to play through it. I love narrative-driven experiences. But I'm not even mad here. Because I can't be mad, because it's just like, oh, well, there's not even, I feel like it's not even my fault that I'm particularly dying. It's just, this is how it's meant to be. Ooh. They do have some cool abilities, and your character looks cool. And I think there's a really neat story hidden somewhere in this. but it's not something I'm really going to play any more of, I don't think. I'm going to keep trying it because I do actually have to kind of give it a fair critical score, but like just enjoyment-wise, I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's well developed because obviously the performance is pitiful. Let's be real here. I mean, the game doesn't really seem that demanding. There's not a whole lot going on aside from you fighting like 1 or 2 creatures at a time. It's large scale world, but I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen before. I do think it has like a sort of beautiful style to it. The cinematics are stunning. Seriously, there's like these flower things going by. The depth, the gore, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful at times. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm sure if people will disagree, they'll get mad about it and even hostile for my thoughts on this, but that's my personal opinion on this game. It's just what it is. You know? And I'm just getting ready to go ready to die again. It's just not very entertaining. Oh, and there's these cool little side things. Like, there's little side stories you can do, and like, I guess little collectible type things you can find. Like, you can talk to like a mother and her son, and you can help them out. I'm pretty sure that's how you get the fire thing. Yeah, cancel. I've already seen that a billion times. And you do have cool little abilities you can throw out. Like, we'll try the ash thing here. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, that did not help at all. Now I'm just gonna die. I accept my fate. Finish me. Thank you. Thank you. And you do get more punished for dying too. Other bad things happen. You'll see like the second whatever thingy, second illusion come up or whatever. That just means you have to fight more things. It's like extra punishment on top of your death. It's like, haha, you died. Fuck you. And now you do it again. And yeah, that's basically it. And I don't know, it's just the combination of performance, the fact that I really feel like I'm incapable of actually playing this game at all, is just kind of killing it for me. And I told you, like, you've seen me die how many times here, and I'm just gonna keep dying and dying and dying. And I know it's like this fun thing online, where it's like, oh, look at this person dying all the time. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not huge into that thing. We love different opinions. I love the gore. I love the style. I love the look of the game. I just kind of wish it was running better. You know, so at least I can't complain about the performance. But I don't like see the appeal. Like I move out of the way. I don't have any chance to dodge. I've tried dodging backwards. That really doesn't help. I could be more calm about it, but that's not going to do anything. And then I'm never getting better because I'm just, you know, I could do this a million times. I'm just going to lose all the XP I've had. Like I probably have negative XP. If they have a system in there where you can have negative XP, I probably have it. And I should have just kept doing this because it's gotten progressively worse. I took like a bit of a break so that I could watch some Barry, but yeah, that was a bad idea because I'm getting even worse at this. Usually I bring the ogre down to like 75% health and the one health bar gone, but nah, it's just not happening. And I think it's funny online, you like try to go to some guides and stuff, and there's sick people out there that are like, here's a guide to make the game more difficult. Who are you monsters? like who wants that? And then the other guides are just like, oh, you just gotta keep hitting it. That's how to easily beat these creatures. It's like, oh, you just gotta easily beat. You just keep slashing it and eventually it'll fall down. I don't know, with the general at least there was like a way around things. Like you didn't have to fight the general creature, you could just like go buy it. But I wanted to really beat that thing because, you know, that's the first big boss, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna feel so good doing it. I didn't feel any reward, and I'm not gonna feel that if I ever do beat this thing, which I probably won't, to be honest. But it's just like, I don't know, there's no sense of like reward in this other than, oh, I made it to the next area, so I get my ass kicked again. I do like in the environment that you can like break things. I think that's kind of a neat feature. Oh yeah, friend Shrek. Shrek the ogre. Shrek the chained ogre. Oh, I think we got him. There we go, so that's one thingy done. And then they kind of like evolve, and they get a little bit more difficult in their second tier of health. But that's really it, you know. And I just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling any sense of reward or anything. And I feel like I'm gonna get worse and worse and worse as I continue to progress, if I do progress. Because the enemies are just gonna get more difficult. I'm not gonna get any leveling. And it's just kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't entertaining combat. Like, how did he pick me up there? I don't understand it. At least he's nice enough to know when I've died, and he just kind of like sets me down. And it would be nice is that if that when you die, that you kind of were auto-locked on again. Oh, I beat him! Yeah, that's exciting. I'm glad I did that in the video time. I'm glad it ran over for that. Woo! Yeah. I feel like such a hero for finishing that part. Anyways, that's Sekiro. I guess if there is a will, there is a way after a couple hundred deaths against the ogre monster. Huh. On to New Horizons, I guess, as I continue. Oh, that guy looks... Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that guy. Well, that's Sekiro on Xbox One X.